Ia saneana kaoa keia. Kaoa keia. Yes. 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 Hello, holy ones. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Look at all of these glorious ones. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Welcome to this space. Welcome to this space. This is our beautiful AQE Foundation space. And so this space is, yes, a course I teach. And I have to mention that because we have some visitors today. How's that? We have some visitors today that are coming in from various spaces. Some are coming in from my Patreon platform. Thank you, patrons. Some are coming in from our beautiful Acasma Pods of Light. Thank you, Acasma Grid members, pod members. And we welcome everyone, yes, to this space. So this is what we call an expansion class. And we are all set here recording. Yes, yes. This is our expansion class. So those that are in the course right now, and some are brand new to the space, so this is perfect. The portal that you're in on the website for this course, you're going to see your week by week classes. There's, I believe now we have 12 classes that make up the core of the course for AQE Foundations for facilitation and self-expansion. Then you see at the very, very bottom of the portal, the expansion classes. That's this, okay? So we're ever expanding. We're always allowing our higher mind and our higher heart to expand and to flow into our now. And so these expansion classes bring in additional information. We go deeper into certain spaces. Yes, and we allow. So some people could be very, very new to me because I have offered this in many spaces, as I mentioned. So I do say yes, yes, out of nowhere. And I also fluctuate my voice and over accentuate sounds and such. But that's just energy rising as I'm, anchoring the understandings I'm sharing. You know, I'm anchoring the energy vibration that goes with them because everything's energy. Every thought you have, every action you take, every feeling you feel, it's all energy. It's all energy. And so when I'm conveying thoughts and conveying information and conveying activations and attunements and all of this, they are energy. Yes. And so my body does what it does to process that energy so that I can do what I do. Yes, and many times it's confirmation of what I'm talking about and additional higher mind, higher heart communication coming through as well. So we're going to really do some fun stuff today. We do fun stuff all the time, but I got my book out and I thought I'm going to bring it into class and I'm going to read some excerpts and then we're going to go over them. Okay. So this is available to anyone. You don't have to take the course to get the book and to work with the book. And the book is very activating. Yes. But if you want to embrace it at a deeper level and have my guidance, you could take the course. So if you have the book, you can allow yourself to reference it after this class or during this class. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have it to do it to be in this space. And if you're in the course, you're using the PDF. The material is basically the same. I added some additional information into the book, but more personal based and helping people understand energy in general. So the PDFs have all of this information I'm sharing with you here today. If you're in the course space, and that's how you're communicating with the actual information. But let me read to you some excerpts. And the one thing I want to start with is, I'm actually in the book on page 150, and we're going to look at the Acasma blessing of the energy centers. Now, we're going to do this most likely before class ends. We're going to do it together. But let me just talk to you about it for a minute, because it's really quite beautiful and profound, and anybody can utilize this in their daily walk It doesn't have to be that you're doing it because you're in the course. You could do this because you realize you're higher, higher dimensional energy inside of a form, and you want to bless your form, and you want to move into, yeah, a an alignment of yourself with your energy to where you are directing your flow. Does everybody want to direct their flow? Let me see somebody acknowledge me. Thank you. Yes, so you want to direct your flow. You want to direct your energy. This is what it's all about this time through. As these humans that we are remembering, yeah, that power. And then we're implementing that remembrance through the way we live our lives. All right. So this Acasma blessing of the being is found on 150 in the book. And it says, this is not something that one has to do. But I like to look at this as a way I nurture and care for my being. So you can use oil or you don't have to use oil. In the book, I talk about using frankincense oil. I've been working with cedarwood oil for several months now. Everybody knows every time I get on here and I talk about oil, I talk about cedarwood. I love it. It's very, very grounding. For a while, I worked with rose oil. I actually have the link to this in the student portal. It's a lovely rose oil from a beautiful company that I do not get a kickback from, but they're just really good. Roman Ruby Botanicals, if you want to look them up. Roman Ruby Botanicals, rose oil. It's called Rose City. It's really good. All right, so here's the thing. Oil or no oil, doesn't matter. But I'm going to walk you through what we say and what we do, okay? Then at the end, we're going to do it together. So just listen to me right now. So what we do is we make a connection point with these specific energy centers that are what you guys, what I consider, humans consider the main energy centers of the body, okay? There are many, 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 many other energy centers in your body and in our beings, but these are the main ones. So we start with the third eye. And most people found their way here. You're probably familiar with a third eye. It's an inner knowing space. And it's many see it as an understanding of an energy center that's inside the brain area, you know, right between your eyes, kind of on your forehead, inside your brain. And they talk about that being a connection point for the way in which that inner knowing flows into the now you. And so we start with the third eye and we bless it and we say, you know, I open my eye that I may see the truth. That's a pretty cool thing to say, isn't it? Is that a pretty cool intention to hold and a command to set forth and an alignment to live and be as? You are saying what you're doing in this blessing of the energy center. Listen to that, catch on to that. I open my eye. Do you hear yourself? Do you hear the power in that sentence? I open my eye. AL does not open your eye. Andrea does not open your eye. Your pastor doesn't open your eye. Your mother doesn't open your eye. Your lover doesn't open your eye. You! Ha 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 ha. All right. The laugh is new. It just does it. Just go with me, all right? Okay. So I open my eye that I may see the truth. Ha! That's lovely. And let me just say, that sight expands, and so the understanding of the truth expands. So you're always moving into a new understanding. We're always moving. But you know what? That's a good thing, because we're eternal beings. And if we weren't always moving, we'd get bored really quick. So then we move on and we take the understanding of the energy center in the throat, and we say, I open my throat that I may speak the truth. I open my throat that I may speak the truth. How powerful. Then you move down and you say, I open my heart that I may feel the truth. You're directing that flow. You're directing your connection point with your energy. You go up to the top of the head. I open my crown that I may know the truth. So see it, speak it, feel it, know it. We also add on the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root when we go further into the book and into the course, but this is at the AQE1 level. And there's a reason for that. Let me give it real quick because somebody's going to ask, why start with the upper centers and not include the lower? Because the upper centers also represent your higher mind and your higher heart, your connection to your higher self, to the divine that you are, that is having a now as a human. Your upper centers are like the top of the ladder, if you will. Okay. So a lot of people have managed to climb to the middle of the ladder and they keep getting there and then they pause and then they go down a little and then up a little and then down a little, but they never go past it. Why? About to get excited in here because it's the heart. Ha, yes. The heart is in between the lower centers and your upper centers, and the heart is all about love. It's all about self-love, divine love, sacred love, the I am love. And so the activation of that, yes, the reconnection of that is like the bridge. Yes, from the lower carnal human that's been living in more of a day-to-day survive type space of itself, the bridge up into the higher mind, higher heart, higher self, divine flow, the I am within the form, illuminating itself. It's you are illuminating you. There's a verse in the teachings of Jesus. He says, if thine eye be light, thy whole body shall be light. Yes, and that's what we just said. You are illuminating you. You are opening up that upper spaces of your being. And then when we get toward the end of the course, we bring in those bottom centers. Why? Why bring them in now? I thought you said we needed to just do the top ones and move through the bridge of the heart. Yes, but guess what happens after you do the top ones? After you learn to direct the flow of your energy in those spaces of yourself, you know, and you open up that heart flow of you. Yes. Now your lower centers are running a new vibration as well, because they're a part of you and you're running your higher flow. So your higher flow is moving down all the way to your root lines. That's why Acasma quantum energy showed up when it did, because this expansion is available, this ascension process is available, this awakening is available. And in order to truly live it, implement it, breathe it, eat it, sleep it, be it, you've got to ground it. Ha ha. And that's where it comes down those legs, out those feet, and into the new earth. Yes, we are the new earth, holy ones. That is how it is. Yeah. Yes. Yes, activated. Yes, it only happens as we are the space of connection for the flow of it. All right, now, I got to keep moving. I could talk too much on one thing for too long. I won't get all my pages in that I intended. So, the blessing of the energy center is a fantastic way to engage your power. And you do not have to be in the course to do it. Please implement it on your own just because it maybe is something you'd like to try out, you know. There's some videos on my YouTube channel where I walk you through it and I do it with you, and we're going to do it here today. You could save this when it becomes available. I'm going to make it available everywhere you were invited to be here. However you found the link, you're going to find the video, okay? And you can connect again, and you can make it part of your practice if you choose to. It's a fantastic way to bless your being on all levels. So then we move on to the Acasma course evaluation questions for level 1. And so I wanted to look at these because they're so fantastic and they give a great look inside of Acasma quantum energy. And many of you came from the pods, the Acasma pods of light. And the Acasma pods of light are chat spaces that were built. They are community spaces that were built to assist the members of the Acasma Planet of Light and Healing Grid. Well, we are all about Acasma. That is how we do what we do and we be who we are. So I thought, wow, this is a great topic and space to bring in so that all of you, who many are very, very new to the pod space and to the grid space, you could get an idea of what we're talking about, what this space of remembrance you felt a resonance with. Yes, if you're here and in those other spaces, you know, that's you calling you home. That's an energetic alignment. Yes, a connection point that feels right. So let's go over some of these spaces here. So this AQE has a course evaluation space in level 1 that offers us, I guess, about 7 questions. So let's look at them. And this is Acasma quantum energy. Some of these questions could be asked in other spaces of energy modality teachings, like Reiki or quantum touch or other spaces. But what I'm teaching you here is Acasma quantum energy, all right? Yes, they may have very close similarities. Yes. What is an energetic key? That's our first question. What is an energetic key? So in Acasma teachings, we have beautiful energetic keys we work with. We work with the root reconnection key. We work with the soul reconnection key, the sacred heart reconnection key, the peace and balance energy key, and we also have a key called the chalice of life. So they pretty much are self-explanatory to some extent. The root reconnection is the root reconnection. It's those root lines I talked about that help anchor you into the new earth. They help you ground this energy of you that you are moving into. Do you have to have Acasma to do it, to move into the new spaces of you? No, it's just one of the ways available on the planet. If you resonate with it, it feels right to you, it's available to you. Yes, so root reconnection gets those root lines activated. Some of them are dormant for many people. They just haven't been turned on. And then gets them anchored into the new earth frequencies, which allows you to connect in with the new earth, the energy of the earth. The earth has an energy signature, just like we do. And together, because our bodies are designed to live on earth, together that dance of energy between us and the earth, the new earth, assists us in grounding those higher spaces of our remembrance that are coming in. Okay, because you guys are remembering things, right? You're having dreams, you're having visions, knowings, aha moments, coincidences. Ha ha ha, that's what they call them, right? No, confirmations, signs, wonders. All of that is energy. So as you're having these spaces, the grounding of that energy is very, very important, okay? And so that was one of the main things that I understood I needed to do. I was here to help with as we were moving into this space of ourselves as a human collective, was to help with grounding frequencies. So these energy keys, they all represent these spaces of Acasma quantum energy that you learn in the course space, and you get activated and attuned to as well for self-expansion. And then you can also facilitate if you feel to after you complete the course and so forth. But these keys, they open doors. I love it, right? Keys open doors, right? What doors do they open? They unlock and open the doors of these reconnections. They unlock and open the energetic alignment of these spaces. And I'm not reading word for word, but you can look at that later if you choose to. So one of like the root reconnection, we talked about that, tapping into the root lines and opening up that connection to the new earth. The Acasma star is one of my favorite keys. And these keys, we teach in the course how you connect with them and utilize them, but we also teach you cannot mess it up. Do you remember that? Somebody who's in the course, has been in the course. Good, I see those heads moving. Thank you. You cannot mess it up. What do I mean? Yes, in the very beginning, working with the higher dimensional beings of light that I work with and that work with this healing modality, ascension modality, they said humans need to get out of their head and into their heart. We overthink things. We overthink things, and we don't trust ourselves as much as we should because we're extremely powerful beings. We're divine beings. We're sacred beings. We are genetically and, consciously incredible. Yet we're just coming around the corner, if you will, to kind of meet ourselves. And so when you're working with the energy keys in Acasma, as a facilitator or doing self-expansion work, and even if you're reading the book or connecting with this class right here, and you're not in the course itself, these keys you can't shut them off. You can't shut them off. So people say to me, why'd you share so much in the book? People don't have to take the course. Why would I not want them to have that? Yes, opportunity. If they want me and they want my feedback and they want my teachings and they want my activation sessions, they can take the course. But if they want whatever they can get from this book, they can just buy the book. No one should not have whatever. I put all this stuff out there. I got free YouTube videos. I do the grid for free. I do the pods for free. I mean, you can get this if you want this. It's here. It's here. But these keys, they're meeting everybody right where they're at. Somebody says right now, somebody's listening and they say, this sounds interesting. Somebody's saying, this lady's a little out there. And then somebody else is thinking, wow, this is right up my alley. I totally resonate. And the fun thing is that this meets everybody right where they're at. It meets everybody right where they're at. Whether you understand energy work or whether you've never heard of any of this before, but something brought you to this spot, it's meeting you right where you're at. And the energy keys do that with every self session. They do that with every client session. There's so much to this story, but I'm doing my best to kind of package it in this 1-hour class here for you. These were designed by higher dimensional spaces of ourselves. Yes, yes, and sent back to us by us, because we were ready for them in this now. Trippy story, isn't it? Is it a little trippy? I think it's a little trippy. I like it, right? And these are spaces of us. These are spaces of the divine. Yes, in other variation points, in other experiential spaces. But because we have moved into this remembrance alignment of ourselves, this ascension process, right? Vibrationally, we have a space where these teachings could come in. They have an alignment, availability made to them that they could kind of dock. I said that in another class recently, and it's a great way to see it in your mind. See yourself as this space station or something, a big glorious spaceship, and you have to have a docking station for this space of yourself, this ship bringing all this information to you. Yes, that you're sending to you of who you are and why you are, and even understandings of how to be you. And so because you entertain it, because you think about it, because you allow that possibility, you've now made a docking station where that ship can come in and land. I love that visual. I love that visual. So these energy keys, they're available in Acasma Quantum Energy, and the student gets attuned to them, which, what does that mean? We said everything's energy. We said every key holds an energy vibration in alignment with what it does and helps and assists with. And so when a person gets attuned, they get dialed into that frequency. Can you see yourself as like a radio for a moment? If you're young and you don't know what I'm talking about, just use your imagination. But radios used to have dials. I don't even know how to use Spotify, but I think that's what people use now for music and such. But radios used to have a dial and numbers, and you would turn the dial, and then it would go to the number of the station, the frequency you wanted to listen to. Yes, so when you are attuned to the energy keys of Acasma Quantum Energy, yes, even for self-expansion purposes, if you say, I don't ever want to be an energy healer, that's not my cup of tea, but you want to be understanding these spaces of your own being expanding, attunement means you get dialed into root reconnection. Yes, and then after you've heard that song, I'm just using those words here to help relay, please, then we'll dial you into soul reconnection. It's the attunement of the consciousness. You are a frequency. You are a vibration in a form. You are eons and eons and eons old. Yes, you are having a now. And you are remembering just how incredible you are. So these keys are available. The evaluation asks you to explain them, but gives you all the information as well of explaining what they do, why they do it, and the understanding of how they do it. And one of the questions I really like is, what is your I am energy? And I am is all capitalized. So picture that with me real quickly, all right? Capital I, capital A, capital M. Just that. Just see that for one moment and take a breath. I am. Yes, there's nothing on the other side of that I am. It doesn't say I am human. It doesn't say I am sad or I am happy. It doesn't say I am a teacher, or I am a mother, or I am a lover, or I am a fighter, or whatever it is. There's no identification point on the other side of it. As an experiential space, there is the I am. And the I am, yes, yes, is what you are remembering when you're in the Acasma Quantum Energy session as the space of your origin that you are always connected to, that you are never separate from, and that is flowing through your being as you are allowing that alignment of you. So we say, the book itself is called AQE Foundations, Remember Who You Are. That's what you're remembering. You're remembering your I am. Now, I like to add this in. I don't know that it's been spelled out in the book as much, but it's something I've been really feeling to teach an edition as well here. And that is, as you remember the I am that you are, there's a lot of layers to that sentence. There's a lot of layers to that sentence. And the more that we allow those layers, meanings, interpretations, and understandings, the more that we allow them, the vaster we become, the less boxed we become, the less limited we are. We are so vast. Anything I could teach you here, you are still more. And yes, we are always ever expanding. So when you say, or I say, we say that we're remembering the I am, that we are, and we look at some of these layers, we're giving ourselves the opportunity to remember our own divinity. What does that do for us? Well, we talked about the energy centers and how we had the lower centers, the survival centers, the relationship, the gut, and then we went through the heart to the higher centers, up the ladder of the light, if you will. And we illuminated the third eye, and thine whole body became light. Ha ha! And then that light flooded into those lower centers and raised them up a bit from being the flesh-based activity centers, if you will. Yes. Yes. So in this space, this understanding of the I am, that you are, there's a layer of the I am origin point that every single thing of consciousness is connected to. Every single creative point that's ever been created, every life in whatever format it is in. What do I mean? A tree is a space of consciousness. It's alive. The planet, yes, your earth, yes, is alive. Ha ha. There are beings beyond earth. They're alive. They are consciousness. There are beings in other dimensions. They are consciousness. It is so beyond the comprehension that it's like the greatest artist that ever lived, that paints, could paint and paint and paint and paint and paint and try to paint what I'm saying to you, and they would never finish the painting. Because every brushstroke, consciousness would grow. And they'd never catch it to depict it for us, Yes. What helps a lot in understanding that I am, for me, is unity consciousness. That's very helpful here, because I can see a source space I am point, like a prime consciousness point, an origin. For me, I don't really see it as a human. You can see it however you want. I don't really think there's a way that would work anyways, but yes, I allow myself to just see it or understand it as a frequency. Yes, a vibration, a sound. Yes, and it's, tune, think of the radio again. If you were dialing into origin point, source, prime consciousness, you can use the word God, but I've learned through my years that you have to be able to differentiate between the gods of human history and gods of religion and God of creation. They are very different. They are very different. And everyone can have their own view. This is mine. This is my Zoom space, so I'll share mine with you and you can listen and allow, right? But the origin point I am, yes, is a frequency. And then that frequency moves into and creates, and all those spaces we've talked about, eventually, throughout eternity, are birthed. A creation is continually happening and expanding unendingly. Yes, there are focal points in certain experiential spaces or reality lines that are real and are happening, but they are also available to be understood as, in a sense, a temporary space of experience. They can still take 100 years, maybe, something like that. If you're living 100 years in a human form, you have a reality lifeline where that is a experiential space of you. But if you understand yourself as eternal and eons and eons and eons old, and in the understanding of unity consciousness, also a space of that sound, yes, of creation, then this gives you a very different vantage point, if you will, yes, of your 100 years span, yes, as a human. Does this make sense to someone? All right. So this I am reconnection is with the Acasma star, the energy key called the Acasma star. We also call it the power key. And many are new here, and you may never return to this space. And I want to share this with you. Take this with you. The Acasma star, even if you didn't know what it looked like, in the video, I'll put the keys in here as well. Remember when I said, you can't mess this up? You cannot mess this up. You cannot. Even if you just thought a Acasma star and you don't know what it looks like, you're not sure, but you just thought a Acasma star. You intend the connection, a Acasma star. The energy's there. The energy alignment's been made by you with the energy alignment of that energy key. Does this make sense to you? So take this with you. Thinking about the Acasma star, imagining it outside of your auric field, so you have an energy field around your body. Imagining it in front of you, right in front of the chest, the heart. Picture it about maybe a foot long, Yes, and put it out in front of your heart. You can do this right now if you want. And then you just allow your breath and you allow it to set in front of you in your imagination, your visual, you're intending it. And you breathe and you think Acasma star connection, Acasma star connection. You're allowing that alignment, you're directing that alignment. What are you directing it to? Your I am remembrance. The expansion of your sacred heart. This is where the heart then opens. And this isn't the human heart in the understanding of like romance. This is the heart center in the understanding of the divine within the form. Yes, yes. And so as you allow that space, the Acasma star emanates the energy of tuning the dial into your I am, your sacred heart reconnection, and that energy flows and your heart, your consciousness, your being tunes in and begins to open. And your I am, the remembrance all the way back to the origin frequency of love, and all the increments in between and understanding of unity consciousness, that energy starts flowing into the now form. What does that do for you? I mean, there's probably layers here as well. It shifts your vantage point. What does that mean? The way you look at your life and the way you look at yourself changes. You start registering spaces, conversations, interactions, day-to-day life, your own thoughts, the way you allow you. You start doing that very differently. Why? Because you opened you up. It's not just the separated self anymore. That's what I call it. I used to live in a separated self, and I felt like I had the weight of the world on me. Yes, and my body reacted. Some of you have seen interviews I've done where people ask me about how I got to where I am and all that. And I talk about if you're out of alignment with the sacred self, the body will notify you. And if you listen, the notifications will heal and go away because you don't need them anymore. But until you listen, they will get louder and louder and louder. So as you allow that reconnection to the I am, the separated self becomes the sacred self. Yes, and the sacred self expands. And so now when you're having a confrontational conversation with somebody, you don't feel so whipped around. I know it's crazy, but it really does happen. It really works. So you have a space and it's uncomfortable. In the past, you have the same space again and you start going, wait a minute, I'm not registering it the way I used to. You might give yourself the opportunity, absolutely, but that's just you asking yourself to confirm what vibration you're choosing to be. The separated self or the sacred self? Yes. The I am angry or the I am? And when you hold that Acasma star in front of the auric field and you allow that connection point and that intention and you breathe, yes, the energy moves, the I am opens, your I am opens, the I am opens. It's all connected. It's many layers of all these spaces of glorious incredibleness. And it flows into your now. And then that star, this is where it gets really, really cool, guys. Ready? How do I know this? Because I saw it and I experienced it, and then I shared it, and people have it happening to them, and they're confirming it, and they're acknowledging, and they're, it's like science. You get enough people to try something, then they have the effects thereof. You know it works. You know it. That's how it goes, right? That Acasma star, excuse me, I'm sorry. That Acasma star moves into a larger and larger version of itself. It grows as you're holding it in front of you. Yes. Why? Because it ends up encompassing your auric field. Yes. So then it is all around your field. Your field is your I am energy. You opened your flow. You're flowing out of your form into this field around you. You already are doing that, whether you're doing this work or not. That's you. That's us. That's how energy is, and we be us, Yes. But a cosmos star goes all the way around your field, and it blesses that field, seals that field with that understanding of that I am, that you are. And when it does so, the field of you, your auric field, the energy of you that you go through the grocery store as, or you go to the, workplace as, or school, or church, or library, or wherever you're going. Yes, you cannot not go with it. It's you. That field, in that moment of that I am sacred heart reconnection with the Acasma star, that field of you, yes, becomes a field / shield of love, because it's the I am. It'd be like smearing source all over you and then walking around the world. It's like that's what's coming forward and meeting all the spaces you are coming into before you even get there with your physical form. This big, beautiful shield field of love is coming in. And guess what it is? this word. I love this word. This is just a knowing, 100% knowing. This just, all of this information just came solid. I didn't question it. I didn't go trying to figure it out. I just relayed it down into writing and then figured out a way to bring it to people that were ready to hear it. But that field, that is that I am flow, that is a field and shield of love, is impenetrable. I don't even use that word. Like, I think I had to look up how to spell it when I heard it because I wasn't even sure, but it's impenetrable, and I know these are some pretty big spaces I'm sharing with people, and I get it. But those who are ready to hear it, they'll hear it and they'll understand it. It'll resonate, and it will just seem as if this is what, yes, you've been waiting for, like you knew this was coming. This message, that I'm delivering to you from you. So the Acasma star is this reconnection of that I am, and you can work with that. So it's a powerful thing to work with. You can bring it into a room. Say you want to bring it into your bedroom. You want to just really anoint that bedroom with the flow of the divine. And you want to just clear out any energies that are maybe older energies or stale energies or energies that are a little out of alignment with your optimal flow. Bring the star into the room. And you say, oh, I don't know what she's talking about. Why would she show me this star? I'm not really good with the whole switch away and show you things. I don't know that yet on Zoom. So just laugh with me, okay? I'm going to put it in the video. But what's really important to understand is you don't have to know what it looks like. You can just intend a Acasma star. You don't have to hope you got it right. You can trust that you do. The concept, the understanding, the connection points that are available in what I'm sharing with you, they aren't available if you can draw it perfectly. They're available, period. Now, Barbie just put into the chat a drawing she did recently of the star. And this is very, very, very similar to the star that's in the book and to how we see it when we do this work. So if you're able to see the chat, access the chat. She's got it right there for you. Thank you, Barbie. Yes, so anybody can connect with that key, that energy key, and dial in that energy, that alignment of the sacred heart reconnection of you. You can take deep breaths, trust yourself, allow the space, and just be with it as that I am of you expands. Now, I want to do the blessing of the energy centers with you. I did not get to finish all that I was hoping to share with you, but we did a lot. We covered a lot. So we'll take it deeper on another day. We do this class once a month. Oh, thank you, Bobby. You're so quick. Look at this. She even put the picture from the book so you can see how similar these are. Yes. I love it. Thank you for that. So it's in the chat if you'd like to look at it. And you can hold that vision for yourself of the Acasma star in front of your being, and then let it grow and let it encompass you to where you're inside of it. Your human form is inside of it, and it blesses your auric field. It blesses everything about that energy field of you. This is so, higher dimensional, higher tech, if you want, like higher dimensional technology, in the sense that we've come out of older teachings of energy healing where we talk about like cutting cords with negative energy spaces and calling energy back and healing tears in auric fields. And I mean, I've done energy work for probably 30 some years now, but Acasma came in 2020. Yes. And when we work with these spaces, we move very quickly. And we don't have to do all of those things we used to do. They're still available to anybody who wants them. Absolutely. And always know thyself and live accordingly, because what you put the faith in is what's going to work. That's just how it is. But if you are ready to move into quantum energy spaces of yourself, yes, and function and flow in those alignments, this is available. All right, let's do the blessing of the energy centers with our ending time here together, okay? Yes. And then we'll hopefully have a few minutes that I can look into the chat and see if there's anything I need to answer. Um, we'll see. All right, Holy Ones, let's allow a blessing of your beautiful energy center. Just allow the space, get as comfortable as you would like to be. You can be seated or lying down, whatever works for you. You can close your eyes and allow your inner sight to open. You can take your hand, left or right, it doesn't matter. And we're going to start together with the third eye. Place your hand on the center of your forehead. Yes. And allow yourself to intend, to say, to think, I open my eye. Yes. That I may see the truth. Yes. Allow your breath. Yes, thank you. Take the hand down gently, place it on your throat. Yes. Think, speak, intend. I open my throat that I may speak the truth. Yes, yes, yes. Breathe, please. Yes, yes. Take the hand and down over the heart, center of the chest. I open my heart. Yes, that I may feel the truth. Yes. Allow your breath. Beautifully done, beautifully done. Now the hand to the top of the head, right on top of the center of your head. Yes, I open my crown. Yes, yes, that I may know the truth. Yes, yes, breathe. Yay, asone akawa. Yes, yes, thank you. Take the hand down, and we're going to go to this solar plexus. So this is upper stomach, up above your belly button, up above. Yes, lay your hand there. Yes. I open and bless the higher alignment, yes, of my solar plexus. Yes. As my consciousness expands. Yes, yes. Breathe. Yes, beautifully done. Beautifully done. Take the hand just below the belly button. Just below the belly button. That's your sacral center. I open and bless, yes, the higher alignment of my sacral as my God space rises. Breathe. Very well done. Clearing going on in the right chest, right breast. Just allow. Lower the hand down to the very bottom of your torso, your pelvic area. Just lay your hand there. Yes. I open and bless. Yes. Yes. The higher alignment of my root as I anchor my wholeness, yes, into this now. Allow your breath. Allow the space. I'm going to add some words we've never said together in a group space or a private space before either. If you feel to, allow your intention to be, I bless my shaft of light. Yes. I bless my pillar of light. I anchor into this now. Yes, allow your breath. Oh, holy ones. Ha! Holy ones. Yes, thank you. Allow your breath as you bring your focus back. There's clearing on the right side of the abdomen. Just let it go. Just allow the moving of the energy. As we were speaking, just bringing your focus back slowly. And you're allowing your acknowledgement when you bring the focus back. You do not have to bring it back. Anyone who's like, I really want to stay in this space, stay in as long as you want. But when you bring the focus back gently, slowly, you moved a lot of energy by allowing the trust of yourself to direct your flow. And that's what you were doing. You were directing your flow. So now acknowledge it. Feel your own hand, feel your own energy, your flow, your breath through your form. Look around your room, your car, the park, the workspace, wherever you are. Yes, the vibration is new. Make the acknowledgement. Direct the flow. Set the dial. The vibration is new. My vibration is new. And feel into that. Be curious, be inquisitive, be available to yourself. My vibration is new. The vibration is new. Sense it, taste it, listen to it, look for it, feel it, lean into it. The more you do it, the more it is new, the more it's available to be new because you're allowing it to, because you're stating you're creating the docking station. And when we were doing this blessing together, and I told you there's going to be a space that I add in that I've never said before, many of you been here with me, wasn't that phenomenal? To bless the light shaft, to bless the pillar, and to anchor it in this now. And all I could see is these incredible, like rockets, of light. Landing, yes, on the new earth. Makes me think as well of Trudy. She had a near-death experiential space, and her pod of light, the Acasma pod of light, the beacons of love, they rallied together, if you will, and they were covering her in love as she was navigating, and in her experiential space, in her reality of navigating near death. She said she saw these sparks of light all around her, and that she knew it was us. And as we were blessing our light shafts and blessing our pillars of light that we are, and we were anchoring them into the now, all I could see was those sparks she spoke of landing into the new earth as the new earth. Yes. So thank you. However you found your way to this space, whatever drew you here, whether you're a student of the course, whether you're a graduate of the course, or whether you're in one of my spaces and you're inquisitive, you're curious, thank you. Because whoever showed up today and whoever found the video and made it through to this point, yes, this energy is here because you are here. This consciousness is available to run in our formats and for the collective, for unity consciousness, because we're running it in ourselves. Does this make sense to you? Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm checking this chat. I'm seeing a lot of love. Thank you for that. Thank you for coming in here and leaving your love in this chat as well. I love that Nisa put in here at 333, the mark we were speaking of. How beautiful. Thank you for that. And the Cosmos Star, Bobby, thank you for getting that in there. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you, Debbie. I love you too. We're so very grateful for you, Andrea. I love you. Thank you, MJ. And thank you to everyone. Love from Germany. We love you, MJ. MJ in Germany. Thank you. Thank you, Caroline, for being here. Love that. Yes, I'm feeling there was a lot of energy moving in the solar plexus. I see an orange heart. I'm wondering if that's a conveyance of confirmation space as well. And that was one of the things I wanted to teach on, but I didn't have enough time. We'll talk about it another day. But the solar plexus is a massively important part of the awakening process of humanity and of each individual. I find it to be like the second, third eye, and I kind of feel it at this point in my understanding of it all is even more important. And so many people want to activate their third eye and they want to open their third eye, but the solar plexus is where it's at. So I love that confirmation here with Caroline's the orange heart. So okay, sending love and blessings to everyone. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Sonal, for being here as well. And Little Ock, if I'm saying this right, thank you. Love to you. Love to you. Love to all. Thank you for that. All right. All right. So this solar plexus is the life force energy center. Love it, Barbie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for conveyance. Caroline, that's interesting because I was once told I have the luxury of astral travel through my solar plexus versus third eye. I love it. Another confirmation. Thank you. And this is a new space for Caroline. This is the first time she's been in this space with us. So I love that you showed up on the day that this was coming out in the teachings as well. So thank you for that. Yeah, there's always so many confirmations available if we'll just communicate with one another and share and allow and trust ourselves. I know it takes a lot to write in and share thoughts and knowings and understandings. It takes bravery, it really does. But once you start doing it, it becomes so much fun, doesn't it? It becomes so much fun to trust ourselves and to allow our connection. So thank you for doing it, however you're doing it, in whatever way you're being you. All right, holy ones, I love you unendingly. Blessings upon you all and all your nows and ways in which you are being you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Mwah. I'm going to switch this camera really quick. Let me look at all these faces. I love you. I love you. I love you. Look at all these glorious faces. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, how glorious. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I will see you all in our next connection space. Blessings, holy ones. Blessings.